Place your hands on your abdomen, lips lightly sealed, teeth gently meshed together. Allow your eyes to close. Begin focusing on deep, relaxed breathing. Breathe in, feel your abdomen go out. And as you breathe out, feel it come back in. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Be relaxed. With each breath, begin to imagine a cascade of relaxation flowing down the body from the top of your head all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Feel your face and jaw relax. Neck and shoulders relax. Chest and upper back, relax. Shoulders and arms feel heavy. Stomach and lower back, relax. Feel the flow of relaxation through your waist and hips, thighs, backs of your legs. Allow your knees to soften. Calf muscles relax. Ankles relax. And the bottoms of your feet relax. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Be relaxed. The next time that you breathe out, lower your hands, open your eyes, transition to a grazing horse. seconds to lock in those corrections and adjustments. And release, straighten the legs, lower the hands, circle the arms up, inhale. Press the palms down to exhale. So if I could have Ms. Walsh and Mr. Loomis swap places, just so that you're not having to look behind your shoulder.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then just a reminder, it is Ms. Walsh and Mr. Hogan's class, so I appreciate the leadership being here, but they're the top of this pyramid for today. So let's start from the beginning, and let's go all the way through single whip today. We'll do that 3 times together. And then we'll go from there and see what sounds right.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Step left. Commencement. Ward off right. Ward off left. Ward off right. Pull back. Remember legs first, then waist. Press and push. Single whip. Shift back, straighten the arms, turn to the left. Right toes in extremely. Form a circle with the hands, right hand on top, release the left heel, sink down, step in, step back, heel toe, shift to the left, lift the left hand, turn little right toes in. Good, reset, 2 more times, just like that. Thank you. Step left. Commencement. Ward off right. Ward off left. Ward off right. Pull back. Press and push. Single whip. Good. One more time. Reset. Step left. Commencement. Ward off right. Ward off left. Ward off right. Pull back. Press. Follow through and push. Single whip.
we're going from board off right to left and back to right.
Okay, all right,
Because I feel like I'm tightroping,
okay, okay,
and I want to understand where I should be getting my feet
Got
going
it.
correctly.
okay, that's one. And I logged my questions. Any other, anything, advanced too, you can have questions, okay, if you have any.
I was just looking for an arm correction on that single whip. The beak, make this correct.
That looks about right. Yeah, that looks- Uh-huh, yep. Okay, so,
So about the top of your knuckles match up with your shoulders.
about, the wrist, top of the wrist, about a little bit higher and a tiny bit behind. Just, and again, that's, more because I'm here and then I basically extend this and walk away from it more than like trying to pick it up. It's just, and I leave it there. And that's kind of what straightens it out. So, good question. I like these fine details. Okay, ward off right to left to right. I'll be facing this direction. Right. So, it's a little more back than you might be thinking at first, instead of out. And then same thing here. It's, the tendency is to want to step forward, and that's how you end up kind of tight-ropey. So it's just learning, and every body is different. You're tall, so it is correct to think you need to step bigger than me, for sure. You know, and so if you modeled it after me, you would be too tiny. But it's just encouraging yourself to go a little bit more back, less long and more back, even though you're not stepping back, you're stepping to this direction, but you're gonna have to just find the vocabulary that works for your brain. Because we can say step out, or we can say step back, and it means different things to different people. So just practice it. Have you played with the step test before? Have we talked about the step test? Huh, I get to give my step test picture. So, where do you step in Tai Chi, and how do you step there, and why do you step there? There's a thing called the step test, which is a great thing that you can do if you're standing around, don't have anything, washing dishes, or whatever it is you can do. And it's bend the knees, and you can all practice this right now with me if you want, but I sink down like I'm about to do my Tai Chi, and then I stay balanced, and I just practice where, without coming up, where this foot can go if I'm not moving my standing leg. Kind of practice where that is. That is your radius of where, at any direction, you can step, or you should be stepping. So, that will come in handy in the second and third sections when you have to start stepping backwards and doing different stuff like that. But that would inform, so if I'm here and I step left, I pivot, I'm doing my step test. Where about here is where on that circle I would be to get me basically double dragon's foot placement. So, you know, if I'm on a clock face and I'm listening to my legs counterclockwise, maybe between 7 and 8 o'clock, and that roughly gets you here. And the distance will get controlled if you are sunk down in that knee and don't step beyond the radius that that straight leg will let you get to. And that will kind of help you inform, like, where is your foot grid for your stepping. It also helps build that frame of Tai Chi. Just think your head suspended and you're crouchy. So it's a little bit, it also helps with standing on one leg for any of the kicks that we do later. It's a really great exercise that informs a whole lot of different things, whether it's balance, whether it's foot placement, coordination, head suspended, all of that stuff. So does that help?
Yes.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And foot placement is one of the, it's the most important thing that everything else builds on, and it's one of the most challenging things to figure out, where does it go? Why am I too long? What have I just done? So, and the same thing will happen when you get into the second section. It's very easy to start stepping long again. So your guideline is that bent leg. That'll help you understand how far to step back when it's time to start doing that. Versus this. That happens a lot, and then I'm too long for me. So keep at your step test.
Kind of informed.
Absolutely, yes. Uh-huh. So with that said, let's do all the way through single whip another couple of times, and think about that step test, and I'm actually gonna watch. I'll call the name, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of extra time. Like, don't worry, it's okay if you kind of like, I give you permission to feel it out. So, stand with your feet together, arms down by your side, feel your feet on the floor. And then, this time when we start, really focus on that sink, ground, like you start your rooted crouchedness by the time you step left, and then you kind of keep that happening. All right, so step left. And then, there you go, good correction, yes. And then commencement. Arms float up, leading with the wrists, fingers stretch, sink wrists, sink elbows. Let those arms feel heavy and grounded again. Good, okay, head suspended, and think ward off. So shift your weight to your left foot so you can pivot on the right, very good. And ward off left, start your shift, sink down, step in, practice your step test, step back to roughly 7 o'clock-ish, yes, with your heel. Continue, ward off left. And then, this is good, just don't overturn. Yes, and that's good foot placement. Yep. Okay, and then ward off right. All that weight on the left foot. And then, yes, very good. Continue. Oh, you did a heel. There you go, very good. And then, hold it longer. Hang there. Yes. Good. Pull back, press, and push. Good news, your feet don't have to move. Just change the weight in your legs. Good. And you finish, push, hold there. You can go to push, beginners. Yes. All right, and single whip. Shift, turn the feet, and then sink down, step in, and again, think about your step test. Where does that foot go with the heel if you want to step shoulder width apart? So in this case, for me, if I'm on the clock face, I would say it's about 10 o'clock-ish. A little bit that way. Yes. Yep. Good. Release, reset. Yes, sir.
When you're doing the step test from single whip, you
Yes.
come in and you're over here, is it okay to set the toe down, or should I be putting the heel down?
On this one, let's see. It really is heel.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think, yes, we're kind of thinking of a clock face here, but I'm cutting across. So I'm not having to do this, which would make it where my toe would
Okay.
really want to touch. I'm going from, say, center to 10.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's a good point. Kind of, in a lot of these, you're going to point towards whatever number you're telling yourself with your heel, and that'll help kind of get you where you want to go. You can overstep it if you go with the toe.
Thank you.
And again, don't Google this. This is not like, oh. This is just Head Instructor Durkin's way of kind of helping navigate where the feet go. It's not an ancient Chinese secret or in an ancient text somewhere. All right. Again, feel your feet on the floor. And a couple deep breaths. Head suspended, shoulders heavy. Good. And step left. Commencement. Nice. Ward off right. And ward off left. Good, Ms. Walsh, yes. Turn the back toes in, yes. And then square towards the front. There you go. Ward off right. push. Good, single whip. Good, good. Turn the back toes in a little bit, Ms. Walsh, there you go. And release. Good, good, good. Did it feel different? I mean, if it's not like, yeah, I got it, it feels a little more like it makes sense and a little more stable, hopefully, because I know when you're standing tight-ropey or your feet aren't right, you may not know what's up, but something doesn't feel quite right, or you feel a little off balance, or something feels a little pinchy. Good improvement. An additional thing that happens is, what we talked about a little bit, and I'll just remind, is, you know, you hear that Tai Chi is really good for fall prevention, right? It's not a magic solution. It's not like Tai Chi is magically prevents falls. It prevents falls because you get to choose where your foot goes, rather than all my weight is committed to where I put my foot, and if it's unstable or unsafe, you know, there I go. There, whoop, you know, so you get to be choosy. So that being said, that's why we stay on this leg and choose where this goes without shifting weight into it. So if you tend to commit as you step and put weight into it, that also will contribute to usually a little bit off foot placement. So step test, but then also remember, as best you're able, not to come up and put weight into it automatically. You're like, does that feel right? Yes, that feels right. So all in the standing leg, figure out where you want to put your heel, and then put the weight into it, and that will help keep a pretty good sense of where the foot placement should go. Any questions on that? This is good improvement, good questions. Okay, so we can keep working on these moves, or we can look at lift hands. What would my beginners like to do today? Keep going. Keep going. Is that all right with you? Okay. Lift hands. So I will say it right now, lift hands and playing guitar are not the same things. I know they look like they're the same things. They are not the same things. Not expecting you to know the difference now. I'm just planting a seed for when we get to play guitar. So here we are at single whip. And the first thing that we're going to do, and it's an important thing, is I'm going to shift back and I'm going to lower my hands. I'm just going to let them relax. And I'm going to turn the left toes in a little bit. Not a whole lot, a little bit. Where's your weight? It's on your right foot right now. And I'm floppy armed. Now I'm going to shift to the left, and I'm going to relax my waist, which lets my arms open, and I'm going to release the right heel. And then I'm going to close the hands and set the right heel down. Let's do that again. Single whip. Shift back, relax the arms, let them lower. Turn the left toes in a little bit. Shift to the left, use your waist to release the heel and open the arms. Close the arms, set the right heel down. Good, one more time. Again, shift back, lower the hands, left toes in a little bit. Shift to the left, open the hands, release the right heel, close the hands, set the right heel down. Okay, release. Yes. So, what was I talking about that is not the same thing? I mean, both my hands are here, it's just from the other side. When you get to the applications, they are different. And I'm going to explain what the application is to lift hands so that it hopefully kind of plants a seed. I'm like, oh, that is different. So, playing guitar, a little bit further, is someone's trying to punch me deeply. They're coming up and I get back, and it's an elbow break. It's smack. So it's the physics of what's happening is I get out of the way, I shift my weight, this putting the heel down kind of puts the brakes on and creates a momentum where the arms will smack on the elbow. Lift hands is a little bit different. Here I am minding my own business in single whip, and someone comes at me this way, and I use this hand. don't get hit. So this is don't get hit. I check the elbow and I hit the face. So there's a little bit different thing going on. There's this smack, and then there's don't get hit, check, hit. It's not that obvious when you're doing the form, but if you know that, it will inform your movements and the sequence and how you flow it a little bit. So, so just to demonstrate, here I am. I lower, I open. I have good ward-off energy here because I'm trying not to get hit. See the subtle difference there instead of like same time, a little bit different? All right, let's try it again from single whip. Okay. And again, here comes that jerk hitting you from the side. Don't get hit. Hey, you. Check that elbow and strike. Again. Lift hands. Shift lower. Shift open. Close. Heel. Again. Begin. Lower. Shift. Toes in. Open. And close. Yep, release. Yes, sir.
The heel placement, when you bring it forward.
Ah, yes.
Where do we want that?
Yeah, this is a tough one. It's super three-dimensional and really hard to put words on it. So, where do I put it? It is narrower, obviously, than shoulder width. If I were shoulder width, this reminds me. When I finish, I should have 90% of my weight on this back foot, maybe 10% on the front. So just enough that if someone took it out from under me, it would be a problem for me, but I'm not committed into it. That said, if I'm too wide, this naturally starts upping the percentage of how much weight goes into it, just based on foot placement. So that's the first thing. Where's it gonna go so that only 10% kind of spills into it? And then it's a balancing. You just have to play with it so that my knee is rounded out, I've got my tuck, I've got my head suspended, and then where's my step test from here? It's here. Not here, it's really just right. My hips are at an angle, but my attention is forward. You wanna come kind of circle around and see what you see? If that's helpful?
So a question, I was doing toe and then heel.
No, it's heel, toe, and in this one, it's just heel, there's no toe.
Okay.
Is there a similarity between this and cat stance? That this is heel instead of toe?
Well, we do have cat stances as well.
Okay.
So this is a Tai Chi kind of,
Mhm.
well, the Tai Chi defensive posture, like the sparring posture, the ready stance, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's here or here, this is why you can see Tai Chi is a defensive martial art. You can't attack anybody from here, but you're ready for what may be coming at you. So Tai Chi only works against a committed attack, which is why I'm waiting. Why is it here and not here? This feels a little more stable, like, because then I can make an adjustment on it. But we do have cat stances as well.
I'm just
We got
thinking
cat
of the-
stances, we got cross stances, we got all kinds.
I guess I'm mostly thinking of the weight distribution.
Yes, it's about the same. I would say in this one, there's maybe a hair bit more weight in the heel than if I'm in like my tiger stance, cat stance, where this literally is nothing. This is just like a little bit of a kickstand, 10%. Yeah, good distinction. I'm glad you asked that. So you said you've been doing toe.
Yeah, because I thought I saw you doing that. So like, if we're here, sorry, and then we come back,
Yes.
come in,
Yes.
I was going up and then,
It's here. I lift it, and then I plant it.
okay, so, okay.
And again, that's a teaching that when I make a point to say, pivot here, release the right heel.
Yes, so
But-
you're not, okay, so.
I'm here and I'm picking up that heel so that then I can place my heel down instead.
Right. And so all you're doing is lifting
I'm
there.
peeling it up and then I'm
And then
setting the
going-
piece. Yes.
Got it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm glad you asked that. Yes, and again, when you put it all together, some of that stuff smooths away, like it's not as big a production of like, this just kind of happens, whereas when I'm explaining it, when me and senior head instructor Fig are explaining it, we wanna make sure that you understand, I shift, which lets this heel come up, so we make a big, like, peel the heel, and then set the heel
Okay.
down. In Tai Chi, if I'm just doing it, it's just, my foot picks up and my heel sets down. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
We're a couple minutes over, but let's, from the beginning, let's go all the way through lift hands one time, and then we'll go out. Put it all together. Step left. Commencement. Ward off right. Ward off left. Step test. There we go. Ward off right. Pull back. Press. And push. Single whip. Lift hands. Good, good, release. We will pick up more of that on Tuesday. In the meantime, stay warm. Holy smokes. It's ridiculous, 9 degrees over the last 30 years. It's never been 9 degrees. I've been here since 1991, what is happening? All right, so. We follow the 5 R's: faith, respect, perseverance, patience, and humility. About to advanced, intermediate, beginner students, students at home. Basic training is dismissed. Good job, everybody.